coming off of a graveyard shift. I'm actually way more awake than I thought I would be. Happy 4th of July, right? It's a good day. It's beautiful. Nice and cool. This is what I have to resort to at this point with the new special assignments and the supervisor assignment. The best time for me to make a video now is when I'm driving to and from work. So let's try this out. We'll talk about a few things and put up a video, because we haven't put up a video in a little while, except for the goofy mustache one. I want to talk today about what to do if you are driving home from a major event where there's tons of traffic and you're encountering police directing traffic. I have a funny personal story to relay about this. I've only been a cop like a year, and directing traffic is always difficult. It's especially more difficult when you're brand new, because you're not sure what the veteran guys like to do and what the most efficient thing to do is. So anyway, we're leaving a concert, and I'm approaching an officer that's directing traffic, and I'm confused. I didn't understand what he was doing. I pause, I point like, hey, can I go that way? He's like, yes, you can go that way, go. And then for the next hour, I pretty much made fun of the police officer for shouting and his gestures that I couldn't understand. And like, well, look, man, if you made some universally applicable gestures, maybe I know what you're talking about. And then after an hour of that, I realized that's what I do for a living. So anyway, directing traffic, helping North Salt Lake last night. I made so many new friends. I don't even know all of their names. Now, let me talk about directing traffic, not just last night, but just in general. And there's some rules I thought about, and things that might help everyone understand why we will send you a certain way on a road when there appear to be other options. So, last night, everyone's leaving the North Salt Lake golf course area. So what we're trying to do is keep traffic flowing as smooth as possible. Every time people stop, you get the accordion effect, just like you do on the freeway. So a 4-second stop for someone to decide if they can turn left or right, or ask if they can go a certain way, that has the accordion effect all the way back down and slows down the entire process, so people can't even get out of the parking lot where they're trying to leave. So what I was doing last night is I was communicating with another officer that was down at 3100 South, 400 East, and making sure that things weren't getting too backed up there. And then I was letting people go left down 400 East and also north on the boulevard, which ended up being a problem because there were so many people pausing, trying to figure out if they could turn left on the 400 East, that it was slowing everything down. So what I started doing was telling people just go straight, because I was getting word from the golf course area that traffic wasn't moving fast enough. So I decided, well, we're just going to have to send everyone straight down the boulevard. Also because 3100 South and Orchard was getting backed up. So sending people down 400 East to 3100 South to Orchard wasn't working. So I started just telling everyone, you got to go straight. And I had a lot of frustrated people, understandably so, because they're looking at an open 400 East. And they're all saying, well, I live down there. It's like, right, down there are like hundreds of homes. There's a ton of people that live down there. The problem with that is I would love to stop and talk to everyone and verify that you live down there and send you on down there. The problem is the delay that I was talking about earlier. If you delay and verify each person that lives there, then you're going to throw a wrench in the gears of the whole traffic operation. So it's far more efficient to send people one direction continuously, because then the cars don't slow down, there's no hesitation, everything keeps moving smoothly. So what people were frustrated about is, maybe they did live 10 houses down 400 East, but what we're doing is for the greater good. sending everyone one direction. I had checked on a map prior to sending everyone that way. They could have gone down Huntington just as easily. It's a little longer route, but you're going to get home faster anyway. And that's when I realized if I had to explain why we direct traffic the way we do, it's to spread out the flow of cars. If you let traffic do what it's going to do, let the lights cycle, you're going to have 5-6 minute pauses, and no one's going to be getting through. People are going to be stuck in the parking lot forever. If you have the available lanes, you can let people separate into lanes as long as you have one officer per lane to keep traffic going. If you have a lane that does 2 different functions, it's going to be far more efficient to pick one of those functions and send everyone that way. Traffic will keep flowing, and then you will be able to have the flow more spread out. This is what we did on 3100 South as well, as it was getting blocked up down at Orchard. So once the boulevard was regulating itself okay, I went down to 3100 South and then started splitting people off. I would send a bunch down 300 West and then send a bunch down 3100 South, and that alleviated the problem. So I get people's frustration when you want to go one way, but I'm telling you to go another way, and it seems, for lack of a better word, it seems asinine that I would tell you to go a certain way. The problem is continuity, keeping things consistent, and not getting a delay. Every little delay to talk or ask directions or see what can be done hurts in the long run. Because it's kind of like the problem, if one car goes left to center to go around a police car that's blocking the road, then the 10 cars behind him will go around it, and then you have to pull an officer off of his accident that he's investigating to go back and correct the traffic. I get that it's frustrating, and even more so, I'm pretty sure everyone thought I was just flat out yelling at them. I wasn't yelling, but it's like I told someone on a traffic stop the other day that started to roll away. If you start to roll away from me on a traffic stop, there's one volume of stop that I will yell, and it's stop. Yeah, there's just one volume you're gonna get. There is no middle of the road. Hey, stop rolling away from me on a traffic stop, please. That doesn't happen. So, kind of the same thing with directing traffic. Firm, forceful. I mean, you shout it. I don't have time to talk. You're holding up the line. Go, go, go. You're holding up the line. Keep going. No, straight, straight. Can I turn left? No, you can't turn left. Straight, straight. Because I got asked by a lot of people. I'm telling them go straight, and they're saying, can I turn left? But and I get it. You want to understand what's going on, but I'm trying to keep things flowing. I've already answered the question. I'm trying to get people just to keep flowing. So anyway, if you were a victim of my traffic directing last night, my apologies. I was doing the best I could with the situation that we had. I just wanted to make a video to explain how that whole traffic direction thing works and why we do it the way we do. Because frankly, I'd wondered in the past, and I had a lot of time last night to think about, okay, why am I doing this? Okay, well, because of these reasons. This makes sense. Maybe things would be a lot easier if everyone just knew it. I probably made this video way too long for anyone to watch all the way through and fully understand traffic direction. Brevity is not my strong suit. Anyway, next week, maybe we'll talk about tips for driving around a police car that's on the freeway. You don't have to match my exact speed and stay in my blind spot for 15 miles. You shouldn't do that. Anyway, happy 4th of July. If you're going to a major event, keep this in mind when people are directing traffic as you're leaving. And be safe, Don't grab a can of mosquito repellent and take a lighter to it and play blowtorch, because that's dangerous and something's going to catch on fire. Anyway, bye.